All right, class is back. I want to touch on a lesson I wish I would have learned earlier in life, and I see this on TikTok. It's trending, and I think it's good that it is. Be cautious of monitoring spirits. Again, be careful of monitoring spirits. These are people that watch your every move, do not celebrate you. They're basically jealous of you, and they're competing with you, and they're being very low-key, hoping for your downfall, right? So let's see how this works. You start a business. The first thing you do is you post about it on Instagram. You might post on your story like, "Hey, I started my barbering business, right? The shop's open. I'm cutting hair." Now, what you'll see a lot of people are going to support. They're going to hit the like button. They're going to DM you. They're going to be like, "Congratulations! You know, it's awesome to see you starting your business." Then you're going to have that group of people that will look and won't say anything. And then as you keep posting stories, they're some of the first people to look at it, but they'll never hit that like button. They'll never say anything to you. Now, they'll be in the background being like a ghost. And then what's funny is you run into them in person, right? You approach them in person. You're like, "Oh, hey, like, what's going on?" Like, "Oh, I heard you started your little barber business." Or like, "Oh, I saw you started your little barber business." Notice the word "little." That is like the telltale indicator somebody is throwing shade. It happens to me. I make my content, and I've had some people that I thought were close friends be like, "Oh, I saw you making your little TikTok videos." And I'm like, wait a minute. So, one, you don't even have a TikTok. How did you see this, right? How did you see this if you don't even have this platform? Two, why are you calling it little? Why are you trying to diminish my accomplishments? Even if you put up something and get 5 likes, it's something better than most people are doing, right? Especially if it's something where you're challenging yourself and you're a step above where you were a month ago. You make one video about your business and you're doing better than you were the year before, right? So you can only build on that. So you'll have people that will they'll try to diminish it, or they'll compete. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I started a business, right? I started a business too. Yeah, I'm just trying to, get these things kicked off, get things running off the ground." And what they're doing is they're trying to overshadow you and trying to say basically like, "I see what you're doing, but I'm doing this." Now, where else are there monitoring spirits? Now, these are the people that are close to you. It could be your family and your friends. And they will ask you all types of questions with the sole purpose of gossiping, telling other people, sharing the information, spreading it, and all that it does is basically it's their way of planting the seeds out there and throwing stuff and basically being the first one to break news. "Oh, you heard about so-and-so. Oh, you saw XYZ is pregnant. Oh, you saw now so-and-so's trying to go back to school," right? They're basically just stirring stuff up, trying to get, hit the gossip chains, right? So the lesson in this part of it is whatever you're doing is your awesomeness. Now, your awesomeness, your uniqueness, this is your power, right? And basically you don't want to dim your light around people. However, you don't want to overextend your light and just give it to everybody, right? If you give away power, it's not power anymore. Whatever you give away is no longer valuable, right? How do you know that you're having monitoring spirits, right? How do you even know like, oh, these people are monitoring, right? The best way you would know is the energy. Energy shifts around people when they're intimidated, when they're envious, when they have jealousy, when they have some type of issue going on. Their energy changes. And sometimes it's going to be the whole room. You get a promotion, you're going to go into work in the break room, and everyone's going to slowly stop their little chatter and start like doing the little whispering and the little side eye, right? Because they're all basically, they're all seeing it happen and they're all throwing shade because they didn't get the promotion, right? You'll notice it too when you share good news. Share good news with a friend or someone close to you, and that will expose how they really feel. Someone close to you, if they got your back, if they're on board, if they're a great friend, they're going to be like, "Yeah, exciting. Okay, let's go." If they're a monitoring spirit, they're going to hit you with some type of shade. They're going to question it. They're going to do whatever they can to basically throw in, "Hey, this isn't as exciting as you think it is." So here's the lesson in this. When you're being monitored, your silence is your power. Now, how do you protect yourself from all this? Don't share everything good. Don't share everything bad. Move in silence until things are solid. Until you actually get the promotion or start the job or start the business, don't tell people, right? Build with people that are building. The builders are the ones that don't gossip. We get to it. We do our job. We put out the grind. We put out the content. We do whatever we're doing. And we're not the ones that are going to throw shade. We're the ones that have been through it. And we'll say basically, we'll coach you, we'll help you, we'll build a sense of community. We're the ones that are actually doing something. The monitoring spirits, these are people that aren't actually doing anything. And you don't want to fight these people head on. The way that you beat these people is you starve them by limiting access. I hope it helps.